He hardly bothers going out anymore. Anthony Carain's flat wasn't designed for wheelchairs. But adding to the problem, his building is covered in flammable cladding.
The cladding is scary because will I be able to get out? Who knows? Just hope there ain't a fire.
Even when there isn't an emergency, Anthony rarely uses the lift. He's got stuck in it too often as it regularly breaks down.
So you got the slides here, yeah?
If there was a fire, this would be his evacuation plan, transferred to another wheelchair, and would need the help of another person to help him down the stairs. Can you imagine what would happen if there was a fire here to you?
Well, it's scary. Like, it really is. But I've told them, I said, don't even knock at my door. They would more inhibit me, like, if there was a fire. But they still didn't show me they could get me into the chair, because, like, I'm 6 foot, and it's a weird chair, and I don't even know if it's the right one.
It's almost too obvious to say, but when there's a fire, vulnerable people are at greater risk. At Grenfell, for example, residents with disabilities died in greater numbers and had no escape plan. One of the recommendations of the first Grenfell inquiry report was the introduction of personal emergency evacuation plans for vulnerable residents, but this has been abandoned by the government. Now a group of residents with disabilities is taking legal action against this decision. Sarah Rennie is co-founder of cladding, the group who's taking the government to court.
You only have to look around your towns and cities to see these high-rise and mid-rise buildings covered in sheeting and scaffolding. And I know I speak to people every day, disabled people, who are just lying in their beds, terrified that tonight's the night when the fire alarm's going to go off and they won't be able to get out. And that's why we're bringing this claim, because the government's approach is just not acceptable.
The group is accusing the government that ditching personal evacuation plans is a breach of a disabled person's right to life. In a statement, the government told us, our fire reforms will go further than ever before to protect vulnerable people. They added they've launched a new public consultation seeking views on an alternative package of initiatives that enhance the safety of those residents. Back in Anthony's flat, his housing association of TiVo say, we're continuing to support Mr. Carain to keep him safe in his building and have agreed a personal emergency evacuation plan with him. Anthony, we visited you last November. What's your living situation now?
It's still exactly the same. No, nothing's changed. Things have actually got worse.
After all these years, Anthony is still waiting for a suitable home. Rags Martel, ITV News.